God, like this weather doesn't know what it want to do, guys. I don't know what it is. One minute it's hot, then it's semi-cold, and then it's hot again, and then it's semi-cold. It's crazy weather. Crazy weather. Anyway, I'm just checking in with you guys early this morning. I said I figured I'd go live for a little bit, whatever. Um, Jesus Christ, I got the wrong clothes on right now. I'll tell you that much. Oh my God. I was doing some things last night, you know what I'm saying? Amongst them a little drinking, but I was doing some things. You know what I'm saying? Putting together some stuff. Y'all give me 1 second, let everybody know I'm live, all right? Give me like 2 seconds. All right, y'all, I'm back. Early morning out here moving and shaking. You know what I mean? Whew. It all of a sudden just got hot out here for some reason, but I don't know why the hell that happened. I guess it's supposed to be 85 today, like this weather fluctuates back and forth every 15, 20 minutes. Like 1 minute it's hot, next minute it's cool. The other night I had a freaking jacket on. That's why I got a jacket around my neck now. Well, we'll be all right. Anyway, what y'all into this morning, man? Somebody left me a comment. I just wanted to concentrate on that real quick. It's gonna be a real quick live. Somebody left me a comment, and they said to me, they said, "Why do you concentrate so much on donations, right?" Well, for the last time, I'm gonna explain to you. And I'm gonna explain it to you clear as day. If you don't get it this time, I don't know what to tell y'all. I had a gentleman that I befriended. I thought he was cool. He turned around and ended up being my arch enemy via some chick. This chick I didn't know. She came to one of my lives. She was part of one of my lives, and I didn't know she was there. That was the funny thing about it. I never knew she was there at all. And so all of a sudden she spoke up, and she was talking about, oh, yo, you said something about the Crown family. And at the point, the conversation for me was about, hey, listen, you got people peeping over in other people's business, coming back telling your business, telling their business, you know, and they be on your page. That was my whole issue. Shorty was like, yo, you can't be calling women bitches and this, that, and other. I said, how can I be calling women bitches? Your man's be calling women bitches. You understand what I'm saying? And like when you go over to his podcast, that's the funny thing about it. That's exactly the words that he uses. And worse. So I don't know if these guys thought they were trying to reprimand me or whatever. I'm Davin Lewis, formerly of Bad Boy Entertainment, who has worked for Interscope Records, BMG, and freaking Harris. Like, so you're not gonna tell me nothing. You know? That's who I am at the end of the day. And I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that's better for y'all. I can't when niggas just start giving like in the windows and shit, like this nigga told me, he said, yo, if you apologize, we cool again. Then he did a podcast talking about that's why we kicked you out. Nigga, what you mean you kicked me out of? I still got a screenshot left of where Shorty would, everybody, I said, yo, I was cool. I said, I just go my own way, y'all go your own way. I told her that. Talking about why he ain't want me around like he's some fucking big organization. Nigga, I'm Bad Boy. Stop that shit. So, to answer the person's question, that's why. Now, from time to time, I get people to come into my chat, like y'all saw earlier, that are from his camp, that are from his team. You know what I'm saying? And they rock with him. And, you know, I can respect that. I ain't got no problem with that. But stop coming over to my page to sneak and, you know, it's the shit they do behind it is like, it's crazy. Like, you going back reporting shit. Why are you following a nigga anyway that don't fuck with you? You know what I'm saying? I ain't unfollow Duke because it is what it is, you know, but it just, I don't know, it irks me when I have women that sit on your page, these same that ask for so much support and everything like that. That's why I dress women the way I dress them nowadays. Because it seems like to me it's some tug of war of dominance or some shit going on in society right now. Well, broads actually think they're better than men. You'll never be better than a man as long as a man got to fucking hire you. And I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, some of these chicks, they'll try to be like, well, you're a man of color. I still make more money than you per capita in each job. How the fuck you better than me? Why? Because you started a makeup company or some shit like that? Like, it's weird. Like, I'll have conversations with chicks that work at fucking Starbucks, and I'll be like, in the back of my mind, I really want to say it. I'll be like, bitch, do you know who the fuck I am? I'm Dabba Lewis from Bad Boy, man. Stop playing with me. My resume is was the people I know are bigger than you. You come to this channel, I'll be in bigger places than you. Just everything is bigger. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? The crib better, everything. This is what it is. My history and what I've been through or whatever and attachment to it has made some people feel a kind of a rob because what Puff's going through right now. That has nothing to do with me. But a lot of people try to tag myself and other people that used to work for the company into that forum of like, oh, well, you knew what was going on too. We did not. A hotel had that footage. A hotel had that footage. You know? And so how were we supposed to know that? And they were there privately. You know, this is a room that they picked up and rented or whatever where they at. And I made a public announcement now 3 times, and I'm not gonna do it again because it's disrespectful to Puff at this time. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna make another video, you know, denouncing what is going on. Puff has not been charged. They let Puff get on a fucking plane and go to the Caribbean. You understand what I'm saying? So, listen, homie, take all that little kid shit. It'd be a lot of men online acting like 14-year-olds. Y'all gotta grow up sometimes. You really gotta grow up sometimes. At some point or another, you gotta be a man to carry yourself like a goddamn man. These boys be on here online and just act like pure D sissies. I don't understand that shit. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, you on here talking about which country? It's a little thing that they have going on, whatever. Before it was English or Spanish. Like, y'all motherfuckers ain't even funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go watch some fucking Eddie Murphy raw videos and some Richard Pryor, some get really funny. Because y'all niggas is not funny. It's like it's corny. English or Spanish? Which country? That sound like back in the day when I was going to school saying I sound like the fucking nerds. It's like the nerds replaced the cool motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Like the original cool motherfuckers. It's comical, to be honest with you, because all of them are only built for one thing, to be workers. These motherfuckers are not built to be like us, Bad Boy. And we're built to be bosses. And that's what we do. These guys, they're not built for that. These guys are built to be workers. And most of liberal America knows that. Watch that fucking van. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't, like I said, I don't particularly hold any spot with a motherfucker when it comes to what your belief system is and all that shit. But what I do have a problem with is when people try to invoke their belief system on you. You have no right to come to my page and tell me how the fuck to make money. None of y'all bitches. I'm gonna keep it a buck just like that, cause any chick that don't want a motherfucking nigga to make money, but got the audacity to come out of her mouth and say, yo, niggas just broke it, all this shit, you's a bum bitch in my opinion. You the bum bitch. I got bitches that's sitting back, they got fucking 3, 4 kids, bitches that live with their mother. Bitch, I live in fucking Greenwich, Connecticut. Are you kidding me? You serious? I'm getting ready to go home right now. So my problem is, it's like, I can't have no, I worked lots of years to do what I do and how I live and get the reputation I did in the music industry and outside the music industry. The streets too before that. I can't have no bum bitches unaccomplished versus me on resume sit up here talking crazy to me, talking about, yo, why are you trying to make money off of YouTube even though YouTube will make money off of you with the AdSense? That shit don't even make sense. We have to fill out W-2s for those fucking AdSense joints. Go ask your favorite vlogger that's monetized. And every bitch that got ambition of being a motherfucking vlogger somehow or another seemingly jumps on here, and the first thing they want to do is get AdSense. If you know you link to AdSense, the first thing you know about AdSense is that you have to fill out W-2 forms. They won't even pass you a check unless you do the W-2 forms. So when somebody sits there and they ask me or they say to me or whatever the case may be or whatever, about whatever fucking question they got about how I make my money here, please pay attention to a couple of things. I'm the guy that took you to Jonathan Major's trial for a full 2 weeks and was the only person in here. Y'all see that on camera. I played it again today. This will be cocky. The only person that got a response from Jonathan Majors. I'm the one that covered the Trump trial. Brought y'all there. I be with real media, dog. I don't look like your dad, nigga. I don't even know you. Fuck out of here. I don't like niggas with weird names coming up my chat room talking about I look like your dad and shit. Get the fuck out of here. I told you these niggas be coming here saying weird shit. You notice that? These boys nowadays say the weirdest, strangest, homoerotic shit they could possibly say to you online. They do it a lot. It's kind of like, it's embarrassing. But back to the subject. In all them years that I worked at that fucking record company, one thing I didn't do was I sat there in front of everybody and bragged and boasted and acted like, you know, these guys that get online and they practically act like they're better than everybody else. How? Look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Bitch, if you got 3 kids, you live with your mother, you ain't better than me. When I go home right now, when I hop on the train, I'm going to the suburbs. I'm not going to a pissy hallway. I'm not going over and having to walk through shit to get home. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to mosey through my motherfucking neighborhood and go home. That's what I'm going to do. But yet and still, we got chick. Listen, check the pedigree, fellas. If these bitches be online, listen, I say how it is. It's your first time here with me, this is how I speak. Where's bitches out here? Let me stop for a second. I gotta catch my breath. There's bitches out here that literally got history with living with their mama trying to tell you how you should live your life. There's bitches out here that literally sleeping on the girlfriend's couch. I just caught a fucking, what's the name today, that was fucking the most hilarious shit I ever seen. It was just about that. Some chick staying on her girlfriend's sofa or whatever. A lot of these bitches y'all be chasing after on Instagram or whatever ain't got shit going on. A lot of these bitches that be online, they be talking shit and be trying to like talk down or whatever. Listen, let me tell you something. 17 years working in the music industry and working with Puff, I can tell y'all one thing. The motherfuckers that ain't got shit, they the ones that are always trying to prove to you they got something going on. Those are the niggas that be trying to get your attention, trust me. Every city we went to, every state we went to was always the same thing. The niggas ain't got nothing going on. It'll always be simple motherfuckers. The doorman or fucking the valet or something like that. I'm like, nigga, come on, man. Be cool. I'm going to give you some change when I leave here. You understand? But that's the nature of most African-American men, most Latin men. They're jealous-hearted by nature. You understand what I'm saying? So first thing comes first. Any situation comes up and there's another man of color at the end of the situation, the first thing they come to is, oh my God, there's danger. This is what Michael Rubin was talking about yesterday on Power 105. And this is why I clipped that and I put it up for you guys. You guys can go right down below. Matter of fact, I'll share it after this broadcast is over. Another set of the culture hating on people within the culture. And it's a damn shame it took a Jewish gentleman to point it out and finally get it said. But it needed to be said. And I'm glad that Charlemagne the God, he sat back and listened to the conversation. I may or may not clip more of that conversation. I find it interesting because I was saying this same dialogue and diatribe on this live, this the day before. If you were here, that's right, hit them like buttons. Thank you very much. I was just talking about that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody tried to say, oh, yo, you called up there and had them do that. I ain't called up there and have them do nothing, man. A lot of people, big people watch me, man. That's all I can say. I work with real media. I don't work like, dog. When y'all see me at these trials, when y'all see me at all these different events and shit like that or whatever that I bring to y'all, I always find it insulting because I see guys that's literally sit in their kitchen and do lives and talk about situations and areas and events that they don't never be at. Like, how can you talk about the Kanye West concert, but you wasn't at the Kanye West concert? How can you talk about this star and that star, but you ain't around that star? But the motherfucker that is around these stars, the person, listen, I had everybody on here. Nas, fucking Talib Kweli, Jacquay from Love and Hip Hop. Jesus Christ, the list goes on. But we didn't have stars on here. Who else? Fat Joe, Pete Roxio, Smooth. I had a lot of stars here on this camera. Of course, Jonathan Majors. I mean, even in his own right, Trump. I covered both of those trials, and so it kind of sometimes is insulting when you see these guys that literally just sit in their bedroom or they sit in their kitchen. And let me tell you something, the motherfucker that ain't on shit in the fucking vlogging world, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says. We're early in the morning, guys. Make sure somebody enter my Cash App so I can make sure, what's the name? He said I'll get DMX vibes. I appreciate that. Somebody enter my Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. Y'all know the routine. I'm not using StreamYard right now. Rough Riders, you crazy. That's what's up. And this is your first time here. My name is Davin Lewis, formerly of Bad Boy Entertainment. I've worked under Bad Boy Entertainment for over 17 years, alongside Sean Prez and many of others that you know. I've probably promoted with multiple labels, probably over 40 plus different artists. Shout out to G Dep, welcome home to him, Black Rob, Puffs, every last one of Puff's albums. Jesus Christ, who else? French Montana. List goes on. Soulja Boy at one time, Nicki Minaj. All these guys, we worked their projects. So there's enough pictures and videos and stuff like that. Hold on one second. There's enough pictures and videos or whatever on this page so y'all can go check out and everything like that or whatever. But currently I'm back in the studio. That's what I was doing, you know what I mean, last night. I was gonna go live for you guys in the studio, but nobody wanted to contribute to the channel. So I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. So, you know what I mean? Trump 2024, Save America. He might just do that, B, I don't know. The Diddy parties is zesty. The Diddy party, nah, I didn't, that, you know, like, I was just sitting here talking about Michael Rubin. Michael Rubin yesterday, if you guys can go down below, it's like my second or third post that I put up. Michael Rubin was on Power 105 the day before yesterday now. And he mentioned this one segment about Black America and how one thing he didn't like about Black Americans, which was they go with each other's necks constantly. This is something that has happened since the slave days, you know what I mean? And it continues to happen and it's gotten worse. So it's made a resurgence. And what I think is going on is like with this neck for neck, you are beautiful, but a neck for neck thing or whatever the case may be, it seems to be in a position where everybody is now ready to sacrifice somebody for the goal of getting gold. The goal of getting gold. Give me the shillings. It's me a bridge. You know what I'm saying? Type people. And so what it's done is it's made a clusterfuck, if I can say it any better, in a business that I've been in for 17 years, which is the music industry. Most people, they don't ever see that elk. I notice. I've got men that I've been in rooms with that are 40 years to 50 years older than me, and black, white, polka dot alike. And they'll be like, because I got in the game early. I got in the music game when I was like literally 2 years out of, maybe 3 years out of high school. I know one of my friends that I went to high school with, him and his father, they had made a trip to New York City. And when they made a trip up, God damn, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all give me 1 second. Jesus Christ, woman. You are fucking beautiful, Jesus. My friend, he had made a visit up here with his father or whatever, and they ran into the office I was working at the time. And that was at 1540 Broadway at the time. And so it was an amazing experience because to come out of high school and just jump into that, I like literally, it was, some people say it's by chance. I say it's by somebody I know. Shout out to Chrome. You know what I mean? I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. The people were coming down and saying, I'm gonna tell y'all the real how it happened. I was on Times Square. The office was in Times Square. It was at 1540 Broadway. Everester was in that building. Shout out to Clive Davis. Random's House Publishing was in there. And there was like 2 or 3 other subservient companies. And like, this was the thing. So I was standing downstairs and there happened to be a Pizza Hut there at the time, right next to Virgin Megastore. If you're from New York, you remember Virgin Megastore. So right there at the time, before they had put the Rock and Roll Cafe or something like that, there was a Pizza Hut right there. And so I'm standing right there and I literally got one of these little personal pizza joints and I'm sitting there, grease on my mouth, everything. I'm looking like a true fucking slob. You know what I mean? I'm looking like a true fucking slob. But I've got poise. Damn, Jesus Christ, woman. I gotta start waking up and start. See, my routine is I work all fucking night, as you guys know, so I would like sleeping sometimes during the day unless I got something to cover. But anyway, there's some beautiful fucking women out here. Anyway, I was sitting there, I was eating the fucking pizza or whatever, and all of a sudden I seen all these guys come downstairs and they had the bad boy sign and all this. That's a picture I always put up for y'all. That was literally my first day starting with them. And my ex-boss, the guy you guys know from Live TV, most famously, hold on one second. My ex-boss, but I still call him my boss, shout out to Prez. He's over at Live TV, as many of y'all know, whatever. Many other people too that, you know what I'm saying, we worked with, that were honored to work with. We got taught by some good guys. Any of the parties I went to, like you got to consider, you talking about one party, which is a white party. I know it's long form, I'm answering your question, but I'm trying to answer your question at the same time. Where we went with them is a little bit different because we went to clubs and stuff with them. Our stuff was a little bit more intimate. So you got to remember, we're going to state with these guys. We are staying at the same hotels as them. We're going to the same events as them late at night or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying, to the wee hours of the morning. So we always with them. And so that's why I was adamant when I said, hey, I ain't seen nothing funny happen with Puff. I ain't never seen Puff beat up on no chicks. When I saw that videotape, I was surprised as most as y'all were. I couldn't even believe it. But it happened, you know what I'm saying? But the problem I have is the hypocritical motherfuckers. Like, listen, I'm a man. I've been a man for a long fucking time. Can we keep it real right here? Not all men, but a lot of men that were talking and trying to and chastise Puff. Please remember, there's been a broad once a time in your lifetime that you may have raised your hand at, got a little bit loud with, said, hey, look here, shut up, bitch, that's enough. That used to be my grandfather. All right, bitch, shut up, that's enough. He ain't never put his hands on her, but they say that shit and it would create a momentum in the room when he said it. You know what I mean? That's why I'm as rough as I am, but at the same time, you see, I'm a smart motherfucker. I worked in the music industry. Most people, the shit that I've done, they'll never see in their entire fucking life. Even if they work 3 times as hard, unless you go through that revenue right there. Or they'll get it when they're 70, 80 years old. I got it now when I was 21 years old. And I stayed with these guys for 17 years. 17 years. I saw us go through tons of artists, dozens of artists. Artists that you guys don't even know about over at Bad Boy that we promoted. Like a lot of people, I'll give you some ideas. Like there was one kid, he was a white kid from Queens, his name was Kane. He was dope as fuck. We had another girl group called Dream from California. It was a 4-girl teen girl group. We rocked out with them. They put an album out. They had a single out. He loves me. He loves me. It was too popish. They were trying to compete at the time, I think, with like the NSYNC thing that was going on and all that shit, and it just didn't work out. You know what I mean? But it was a great, I guess you could say it was a great try. Who else? Danny Klang. A lot of people don't remember Danny Klang. Shout out to Danny Klang out in motherfucking Long Island. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ, there were so many different artists. I think Michelle was on. I always want to say Michelle D'Angelo because I know Michelle, you know what I'm saying, in real life. As well as a lot of other artists that you guys, obviously, you know, I know in real life because you see me on camera with them. But, man, listen. There were so many artists that came through the doors of Bad Boy. I'll even give you another one. There was a box, and you can ask anybody this that worked at Bad Boy between the years of 2000 up until 2000, let's say 14, 15, you know this. There was a box in the closet, right? And that box had all these demos that were sent from all across. When I say all across the country, you had people from Alaska sending in demos to Puff. And they all used to sit in this box. And people used to listen to them, but it took a moment before they listened to them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it would go like maybe 15, 20 in a batch out of a week or something like that. But people listened to them, and a lot of them would get tossed. I ain't gonna even hold you. A lot of shit would get tossed. Like the listening session for most music, for me, it's about 15, 20 seconds. In about 15, 20 seconds, if I don't hear something that's like sonically gonna move the motherfucking radios or nowadays the streaming services, because these motherfuckers are finicky, even more finicky with the streaming services. And there's less money in it, which is insulting. I gave a breakdown of that up at, and you guys can go check it out. It's on the page here, up at I think it was I want to say it was Universal. I think it was Universal I did it at. That was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So you guys can go check that out and tell me what you think. But yeah, this is a reality, man. You know, like the music industry is shrinking. And now what's priority to my content is I think they're going to start producing more and more artists. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be at a more rapid sensation. How can you give me a track? We not hearing all these parties by chance. We meant to see and conspire about them. All right, so this is my idea, and I go alongside with Judge Joe Brown. I'm glad he broke it down because I had broken down 6 months ago. All right, so we can talk about this now because it's a little bit more out there or whatever. As many of y'all know, out of those groups that we promoted or whatever, Cassie was one of those artists. You know, the last time I was with Cassie and all of us were with Cassie was down in Miami when King of Diamonds was still open, which was that big, huge strip club that was like a warehouse. And so this is what T.I.'s welcome home party. He had 2 welcome home parties. He had one there, and then he had another one in Atlanta. The one in Atlanta was at Compound. Diablo, man, mía, diablo. And so, ¿tú tienes novio, no? Claro. Anyway, he was having a welcome home party at, what's the name, at King of Diamonds or whatever. So we all were there. We were all rocking out, chilling, whatever the case may be. We helped usher in Puff and Cassie at the same time. It was a great time or whatever. She wasn't at the one in Atlanta as far as I know, because we were there too, a week later. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. We got another. This is a man in here. I want to show y'all. This is why women are scared. We're going to point this motherfucker out. Listen, I want everybody to go to this. See, listen, I'm on my personal channel, so we're going to get fired this morning, right? I want everybody to home in on this bitch motherfucker named Benjamin Rideout, who at 7 o'clock in the morning, this frothy punk motherfucker want to sit in here and call all kinds of racist names or whatever. What are your credentials, sir? Because as you can see, I got tens of thousands of followers. So I'm trying to figure out what are your credentials. Let's embarrass him a little bit, right, shall we? Let's go to Benjamin Rideout's channel history. This motherfucker been on here for 6 years and you got 16 fucking followers. And you bombing my chat room, you got 16 fucking followers, you fucking failure motherfucker. It always be these guys, and I tell you this all the time. When you guys are vlogging or whatever you're doing or whatever, stay centered. I go after these fuckers because of pure simple fact, I dare you have the audacity to come in my chat room and talk to me like that, like I'm some fucking lush. Meanwhile, this is a motherfucker throwing out racial spews. Bitch, 9 times out of 10, you work at fucking McDonald's. Don't you ever insult me like that, motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Now get your bitch ass out of here. I want everybody to go to this page and fuck with them. You got 16 followers in 6 years? 16? You ain't exactly set the world on fire, did you, dude? You talking that shit, you talking to me. That shit is funny to me. For real, fam, I'm reaching out from Indiana artists. All right, that's what's up. Somebody got King Vaughn. That's my man's right there. I like some of Vaughn's music. I don't like all of Vaughn's music, but I like some of Vaughn's music. Listen, y'all writing all this shit in the chat room? I need somebody to write my Cash App in there. $STRINGERBELL80. If y'all can write all them comments in there, y'all can write my Cash App in there and hit that up. It's early morning. I want a good breakfast. It's gonna run me about $20, $25. Y'all make sure y'all throw something in the Cash App, man. Make sure y'all take care of your boy. Unlike a lot of these other guys, when I was talking about these other vloggers, these guys have no reach like me. They can't be with real media. I'm with real media from CNN, Jesus Christ, Fox, everybody. People Magazine, that was a chick that got mad at me down at the Jonathan Majors fucking thing that I keep running over and over and over. That was my fucking moment right there. All four, if you ain't seen the video, I'll describe it to you. So I was covering the Jonathan Majors trial or whatever, and we're in the press area or whatever the fuck case may be. And this chick, she was just the most biggest fucking asshole you could ever think of in your life. And she's from People Magazine. I ain't saying fuck People Magazine, I'm just saying fuck her. Because she was at the Trump trial too. So she was a lot bit cooler at when we was covering the Trump trial than versus when we was covering Jonathan Majors. When we were covering Jonathan Majors, it seemed like it was some type of, I don't know, it had some type of edge to it, I guess, or whatever. So anyway, she comes, Jonathan Majors comes out. She says, she said, any comments, Jonathan, or whatever. She said something. She was trying to sound like she was so fucking professional. And you got to watch out for them. Those are the ones you got to worry about. The ones that are trying to sound overly professional. Listen, we worked under Clive Davis and everybody else. I learned that from an old white man. He said, watch for the motherfuckers that try to act too overly professional. That's the fucking help. He said it just like that. You understand what I'm saying? He said, that's the fucking help. They're built to be the help. They ain't built to be no fucking bosses. Nigga, what the fuck I look like making you rich? That's why I keep telling y'all, I say it's a goddamn shit. Did anybody run my Cash App in there yet? $STRINGERBELL80. You are beautiful. $STRINGERBELL80. Until somebody write that, we ain't continue. So what y'all want to do? It's $, S is in super, T is in terrific, R is in ready, I is in incomplete, N is in never, G is in great, E is in everyone, R is in ready, B is in boy, E is in everyone, L is in life again, 8 and 0. Y'all sitting out here fucking with these punk ass fucking vloggers that ain't never had experience in their life. They're not doing the same shit that I'm doing. Y'all seeing the stuff up here. I go to Trump Tower. I'm everywhere. I even have the fucking cops agree with the shit I'm saying. And I stand up for them from time to time. I did a whole fucking vlog on that piece when they beat the cops down there in Times Square over there. I had a problem with that shit. I say, ain't none of y'all shoot them motherfuckers? Now, if this is your first time here with me, I do a lot of this. You walk into the office. Okay, well, why did you ask me what my Cash App was if you walk into the office, sweetheart? I didn't see somebody to write that in there. And that's the weird shit right there. Like, let me tell you something. I don't like how YouTube has switched up the algorithm on here once again. And we're getting a lot of new people in here, whatever. You're going to be new if you're going to subscribe to my channel. You're not bigger than me, dog. You're not bigger than me. I'm Davin Lewis from Bad Boy Entertainment. You are interrupting my broadcast right now, sir. Have a good day. Have a good day. This is not a challenge. We are not equals. Have a good day. You are interrupting my broadcast. Have a good day, sir. Have a good day, sir. Have a good day, sir. We're grown men. All right. Back to guys. Back to this, guys. Back to this, guys. So once again, like I said, he's got an ego problem. I told you, I can't make this stuff up. Whether it's Jonathan Majors or whether it's a Trump child or whatever one it is, all these shit that I've covered is created kind of like a hatred, if you want to say. And so some of these new freaking subscribers that we get to come in here, whatever the case may be, they're not privy to trying to support the channel, support what's going on here, whatever. And I mind them all the time. I'm like, listen, I'm the only guy that's taking y'all every fucking where. You know, now the rest of these guys are not taking you anywhere. They're taking you to their bedrooms. They're taking you to the kitchens. They're taking you to the cars. And I don't know. I just can't fathom why people would sit there and talk to people. First of all, let me tell you something. And you guys know I curse on here, whatever. That's how I talk. Anybody that's doing, listen to me very carefully. Anybody that does a live daily, maybe once or twice, that's cool, daily from a car, they ain't on shit. I'm sorry. Anybody that does a live, listen, this is a public service announcement. This is a public service announcement here. Anybody that does a live in a car ain't on pure D shit. I swear to God to you. Every last person I've ever seen do a live from a car on a rapid basis usually has some BS attached to them. Something. You know what I mean? Something that's just like, I don't know, shiesty, whatever you want to call it. Still, nobody will write my Cash App in the chat room? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Listen, let me ask y'all a question. Is it unfair for me to ask for somebody to write my Cash App so enable me to make money like the rest of the bloggers do here? Or is it unfair that you write comments in my chat room? I respond to the comments, and when I respond to you and I say you write, what is that, 16 letters? I've got a motherfucker here that wrote a whole fucking paragraph. Even the celebrities don't know what's going on. Some of them don't know. Like, if you could write all that, dude, you could write 16 letters. That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna say, I was gonna see, and this is why I don't like YouTube anymore. All the people here seem to be on an even vibe of being fucking hateful ass motherfuckers. Like, I don't know what it is. They don't want, and especially when it's somebody of color, oh my God, even more so. And it's a man of color, oh, even more so. All right, I was gonna take y'all to do some stuff with you guys today, but I think that's changed now. I don't think I'm gonna do shit with you guys. If I don't get the enthusiasm that I need in the morning or whatever, I just go the fuck home. I could be editing video, I could be doing a whole bunch of other shit besides hanging out with you guys, and you don't appreciate shit I do. That's fucking crazy. You know what? I'm gonna end my live with that. I'm gonna end my live with that. That's exactly what I'm gonna end my live with. It ain't no all love. If you can't write my Cash App, it ain't no love, it ain't no friendship, that's fake love. Real love is, hey guy, I see you screaming out your Cash App, let me write it in the chat room so we can move. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't want to do that. Instead, you guys want to be like, no, I'm not going to write his Cash App. They used to do that with Fresh and Fit all the time too, so trust me, I know the moves. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is the fact that there's even some people in here that are brothers that are just like, nah, I ain't gonna write his Cash App. Those are the motherfuckers that Michael Rubin was talking about. Hateful motherfuckers. And that's why, to me personally, and I'm just saying this on my own behalf, I'm like almost through kind of with YouTube. Y'all give me a second, I'm getting my battery pack. I'm kind of almost through with YouTube. I mean, fuck the tens of thousands of followers, all that shit. This shit is getting corny now. And you know why it's corny? It's corny from the subscribers. It's not corny because of the YouTubers. Because in my personal opinion, a lot of the content creators on here have been forced into this paradigm where we have to do goofy shit to get attention. Like, I'm not gonna sit on my live and talk about a woman all fucking day long. That's just not for me. I'm not going to get on here and disrespect, you know what I'm saying, whoever ever, to get a few likes and views or whatever. There was this girl, I think it was the day before yesterday, and a lot of people were thinking that her account got suspended. Her account didn't get suspended on TikTok. You guys give me a minute, I'm plugging up my battery. So she didn't get suspended off of TikTok, but she pretended that she killed her cousin and 2 kids. And I'm like, why would you say something like that? This is a girl, I mean, she's quite manly looking, let me put it that way. You know what I mean? She's got dreads in her hair, whatever the case may be. She's got dreads in her hair, whatever the case may be. So, ultimately enough, give me a second, guys, I'm plugging up this battery back so that you guys see this shaking, that's why. So, ultimately, I guess they seized her account for a minute or whatever. She tried to turn around and said, oh, it was just a goof. How was what you said a goof? What she said was disgusting. And she did a video, she fake cried in the video. She acted like she was so distraught or whatever. And I'm like, there's tons of girls that are doing this. Like, for example, right? There was the Gorilla Glue girl. She glued her hair with Gorilla Glue or whatever, and somehow or another garnered $40,000 or whatever towards her campaign, which still confuses me to this day. Then followed up behind her, there was another girl. This was the girl that was on the highway with the kid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's a baby on the highway. There wasn't no fucking baby on the highway ever. But this girl perpetuated to the whole country that there was a baby on the highway. Now, none of the girls called these girls out, which was weird as hell to me. I mean, there were mentions here and there. 1 or 2 girls said, oh, well, you know, that's terrible, whatever. But there was no in-depth shit like it was with, you know, like a lot of these stars that are males, especially like Puff. There was no in-depth, you know, reviews and shit like that or whatever. Y'all give me a second, I gotta pull my pants up. There was no in-depth reviews or nothing like that. These motherfuckers did not care. And so I started saying to myself, it seems like there's a group of girls that are online that particularly hate men, and then there's a group online of males that hate men of color, and then there's a group of motherfucking other people that hate men of color, or whatever. And I started adding it up, and I was like, you know, it's starting to make sense now. It seems like to me, give me a second, guys. I'm just pulling up my pants here. It seems like to me that we now have a whole set of motherfuckers that are online, what their sole purpose is to just hate and try to make sure people don't make money. This is how we make money on here. You know what I mean? And it's through the donations and everything like that. I don't particularly myself, I don't particularly like, the whole thing of, I guess what you could say is, I don't like the AdSense thing. It's very low money. It's not a lot of money at all. And the revenue has even been split even more now because they've changed up the algorithm again. So now the CPM is being lowered than what it was. So that's a terrible fucking thing right there in itself. So, where you would have potentially seen a certain CPM depending on the topic that you were talking about, you're no longer seeing that anymore. You're seeing a fraction of that. And if you're a content creator like I am, and you've been here as long as I have, that's true. Those numbers are not the same as they were not even 3 months ago. You know what I mean? So let's not pretend here. So the only thing I'm saying here is this. If you guys are going to sit up here, you're going to make fun of people and talk shit about people and this person's begging, whatever, please go through my videography. And please look at the shit that I have on my page. You will be astonished. And I don't know, and so many people come in and they say, how don't you have tens of thousands more followers than you do? I got tens of thousands, but they always ask me specifically, I get about 10,000 more. I'll tell you why. YouTube wants you to work like a fucking horse, and they pay us peanuts. Peanuts. So if I can't get somebody to write my Cash App in here or whatever, I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, kind of like, fuck this platform. This platform is bullshit now, and it's like, everybody's leaving. If you ever notice, some of your most favorite content creators were all leaving. I'm leaving. There's 3 or 4 other content creators that are currently leaving. Everybody's leaving here because you can't make any money here. The people here, they'd rather pop jokes and be goofy. They'd rather pop jokes and be goofy than actually, you know what I'm saying, contribute to the cause. And then the shit they do donate to is people arguing and bickering. Listen, if you're a woman and you get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and you say to yourself, you know what, I think I want to bang on a bitch this morning. I'm going to say just how it looks. I think I want to bang on a bitch at 7 o'clock this morning. You'll have some chick wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning and literally make up a subject to complain about. And motherfuckers are just sitting there and all like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she went through like this empathy fucking podcast. I am so tired of this shit. What's wrong with you, Bonnie? I don't know. Like, like he broke up with me and he just, like, nobody gives a fuck. I'm tired of it. Video. Finally, somebody said it, right? I'm tired of it. Other content creators are tired of it. Even a lot of subscribers are tired of it. It's boring at this point. So, I'm not trying to go on a tangent about it. Well, kind of I am. But as more importantly, it's like, why are you staring at me? More importantly, it's this. Why is it that most of the people that are on here are just like fucking horrible people now? Like, and I'm being dead serious. If you go back, like when I first started YouTube 5 years ago, the people were totally different. The temperament was totally different. Everybody wasn't like, ha, ha, kiki, ha, ha, kiki, ha, ha, kiki, ha, ha, kiki. They weren't like that. They weren't like that. So now when I get people in here and they can't even write my Cash App in here, and I'm like, dude, none of your favorite bloggers, you're not like me, are delivering anything to you, but they're bedrooms. I want to emphasize that again. There is a blogger that literally his whole spiel is sitting up talking about an African-American woman, bashing her, talking about calling police on her, talking about having her locked up, blah, 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 right? Every night. And he sits in his motherfucking bedroom like a hermit. And you guys pay money for that. And I'm just like, oh, girl, child on period, and the blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck has happened to y'all? This is what y'all pay for? Y'all pay for basically niggas tap dancing. Like, I don't know what the other way to put it. You know what I mean? Like, to put it any other way is insulting. But, hold on one second, guys, we go over here. You guys are basically paying for niggas to tap dance, but you're talking about you won't, like, so evidently this is the thing. And I figured this out. In African American culture nowadays, you have to be sort of a clown to garnish any money. You have to be a clown. You can either be a clown, you could be, what's the other one you could be? You could be a gopher, you could be a troll, you could be the guy or the girl that starts problems all the time online, is always beefing with somebody. They're like caricatures that you play here online or whatever. So there's no real journalism or whatever the case may be. So I just want to encourage the people, since you can't write my Cash App in there, you don't want anybody to make any money, which is just beyond me, because so many people talk about this. This is what I told mine. That's why I'm glad Michael Rubin said this yesterday on Power 105. You have so many African Americans, Latinos talking about this together shit and all that shit or whatever. When they have the point, the chance, and the opportunity to do it, they don't do it because their jealousy overrides everything. It's $ S is in super, T is in terrific, R is in ready, I is in incomplete, N is in never, G is in great, E is in everyone, R is in ready, B is in boy, E is in everyone, L is in life again, 80. And if you can write that down, I appreciate it. Write it in the chat room and I will pin it. Thank you very much. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, that's my whole spiel for this morning. I'm about to get involved here. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling this shit no more. I'm not feeling this shit no more. I think it's corny now. Like, when I got on here for a different reason. It was a different time, and I think I need to start reacting to the fact that time is over. And what this place has become here on YouTube is a shit space. People that's playing around and acting goofy and writing stupid shit. Like, that seems to be the champion of all causes. Let me write something goofy in the chat room. Hey, how big is your slong? These are grown men. No wonder chicks are scared of y'all motherfuckers. I gotta compete with motherfuckers writing shit like that. So when I meet a chick is like, well, you like them goofy motherfuckers in the chat room? You know what I mean? These are grown men. You'd be surprised how most sissy men are nowadays. You have some sissy ass men out here nowadays. I swear to God, you have men that garner for the attention of other men, which really means you're a closet homosexual. If you look in the attention of another fucking man, you want a cock in your mouth or something? Now, if I was some fucking spew that never did anything and was unaccomplished, that'd be one thing. You know what I'm saying? I can live with that shit. Y'all give me a second there. But I'm not. I'm dabbing fucking Lewis Bad Boy Entertainment. Fuck you. And that's always been my attitude for 17 fucking years. Fuck you. But you have a lot of men out here that are like just weird. And if you can tell by some of the stuff that you've seen written in my chat room, of course you understand. Yeah, he's right. Some of these guys are weird. You know what I mean? So there's what it is. Give me a second, guys. Let me pin that. Thank you very much, Ahmad L. I appreciate it. Yeah, Cherry 333, Kevin Aboski or whatever his name was, he wasn't gonna write it. There's only a few real brothers out here. I've been learning that too, man. I cannot depend. That's a goddamn shame that I can depend on my Italian and Greek friends more than I can depend on African Americans and Latinos by a far spread. And I'm not ashamed to say that. I just had to sit here for 20 fucking minutes and ask people, and it's numerous people, they even hitting the like button to write the Cash App, and they just couldn't do it. That didn't change my life. They just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. So I'm starting to get this example in my mind nowadays that I'm like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should stop trying to cater to this crowd. Who thinks I should do that? Maybe I should just stop trying to cater to this crowd and move on to some other crowd. I think that's what I should do. I think I should move outside the African American dysphoria or Latino dysphoria, both. I think that's what I should do. I don't think there's no money here. I think, people put money towards what they want to put money towards. Y'all just give me a second. I'm taking a break for a second. But people put money towards what they want to put money towards. People donate to people who they want to donate to. There seems to be some type of I don't even know if you want to say hierarchy or some shit like that that's going on here on YouTube nowadays, where we're specifically going into and primarily going into donation to women only, which is weird as fuck to me. I don't see how that works out, just donating to women. God damn, she got a fat ass. I'm sorry, y'all. God damn, she had a fat ass. I don't see how, like, I just don't see it, you know? And so if we're just donating exclusively to women, and women have formed this, like, cabal online, it seems like, I don't know. Women have, like, somehow created this cabal, and I want to say specifically Black and Latino women, it seems like. Is that fair to say? It seems that way to me. I mean, I can't get over it. I try to, damn, yeah, nice. Very nice. I can't get over it, but it's a reality. The reality is that a lot of people are on here specifically because they don't want to see anybody else rise. It's like, I want to see you come up, but not bigger than me. And so I'm kind of afraid of that nowadays. I'm kind of looking at this whole chapter I've had here the past 5 years and tens of thousands of obviously, I don't know what you want to call it. I don't want to call them workers because I have some great subscribers, like Ahmad Elder's a great subscriber. I have a few other great subscribers or whatever. That was so good. It's important to know, I guess we'll say this, if you're going to sit online and you're going to crash people down or whatever the case may be all day long, don't fucking follow people. Just don't fucking follow people online. Simple as that. I'd rather you not follow me online than follow me and be a jerk about it. I had to wait for Ahmad L to come in here and write my cash out. So I get, I was good. Ahmad, you know how I do. I take people and I travel with you and everything else. I've taken people to multiple cities, everything else. I think right now I'm gonna start just dumbing this down even more. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna specifically walk out there. She's cute though. Nice ass. Anyway, I'll tell you specifically like this. I just don't think being involved in this shit any longer is profitable. I think it's boring. I think it's time consuming. And you're not getting anything out of it or whatever. And it seems like a lot of the people, thank you very much. You said travel, improve equipment, food expenses. Yeah, I don't take that into account. And I'm telling people, I'm like, listen, guy, I cover huge freaking stories. And so all you guys see on this channel, from the Trump trial, Jonathan Major's trial, everything else. So I find it confusing when I like, there's no support, there's a lack of support. That's weird to me, you know? So I just keep it in order, and I say to myself, hey, you know what? Take it out. Give me a second, y'all. It's loud for a second. Give me 1 second. Some union guys out here. Let me show y'all something. Trying to get the money. It's a whole bunch of them. I'm going to turn the camera around like 2 seconds. Give you guys a shot. But it's a whole bunch of union guys down here. They're the last. I'll say this much. They're the last of the batch of Mohicans. These guys, they don't really. These guys, they really don't do that too much anymore with the protest. They don't do too much with the protesting like that anymore here in New York City. So it was kind of weird to see that, to be honest with you. But I always support them. Yeah, they've been out there for a minute, right, Ahmad? It was out there at least, I know earlier this summer when I was covering, that is true. They were here like fucking, what was that? Like June, July, they were here then too, so that is amazing. I'm just taking a walk with y'all early this morning. Not going anywhere specific, I'm just moving and shaking. Guys, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. Again, that's $STRINGERBELL80. Thank you, Ahmad L. I appreciate it, bro. You know, it's the same thing that I say. She's pretty. I tell these guys all the time, I'm like, yo, I take them everywhere. I'm like, yo, listen, what's amazing to me is you got these, I like to say, you got these personalities that are online nowadays, right? I'm gonna stop for a second, guys. I need to catch my breath. You got these personalities, and they're more personalities than they are talented, and that's the difference. And a lot of you guys, y'all pay attention to these personalities or these riffs of, personalities that you've seen before. Like a lot of these acts are like basically the same motherfucking one. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like it's crazy to me because there's nothing real about these people. They don't do anything that's worth mentioning. You know what I'm saying? And people that do shit that's worth mentioning don't get acknowledged to the fact of how they should, like myself and many others. And it's unfortunate or whatever, but it's taking me to the point now where I'm like, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna have to get up off of here. And I always remember that it was a black man, an African American man, and an African American woman, and a bunch of other African Americans that made it possible because they felt so hypocritical that they couldn't even come into contention that, motherfucker, you sitting up here trying to chastise me for the same words you use every fucking night. You bitch you. You bitch you. And you use that as ammo as an excuse. So I'll probably never, not just on this channel, but just in totality, I'll probably never forgive that, It's taught me a lesson to stay away from not only, men of the culture, let's put it that way, but the women as well. The women seem to be more vicious than the men. Like, I've ran into I've helped women of color and gotten fucked over by it several times. Trust me when I tell you that. I've gotten to the point where now, let me tell you a quick story. So, I had met this girl. I'm not gonna say her name, but I had met this girl. This is probably like 2-3 years ago. I had met this girl, nice girl. Thought she was cool. She knows who she is. She listens to me from time to time. So I met her, and I saw that she was in distress. Let's put it that way. That moment I saw she was in distress, I tried to come to her aid, et cetera, be stand-up motherfucking, dude and everything like that. Don't do that shit. All right? Don't do that shit. Slowly but surely, she started to kind of like disrespect me in little small little increments. And that's one thing I find familiar with a lot of black American women and Latin American women. After they get familiar with you for a while, they start automatically start trying to disrespect you on a constant basis. And I really just don't work well with that, and I try to be considerate, if that makes any sense, but I can't be considerate of that type of behavior. There's no excuse for that type of behavior. If somebody's treating you well and you treat them like shit. I saw that show, Pop the Balloon in 20 or whatever the case may be. And I was watching that and it was interesting because this one girl, she had popped her balloon and everybody asked her, they said, why did you pop your balloon? Well, he flew her out. He spent money on her. He loved her, everything else or whatever the case may be, right? And it was crazy because ultimately, this guy got fucked over in the end by this chick. And every time I see that 20 plus pop the balloon or whatever, pop the balloon and find love, whatever the fuck that shit is, that little broad that runs the show that tries to act like she's innocent, and she's a real, let me tell you something, that's the head witch. The chick that coordinates that show, the black chick that coordinates that show, she's the witch of the bunch. That's the true witch right there. There's a leader of the coven on that show. It's that broad right there. Trust me when I tell you that. All right? Yeah, man, ain't no good women out here nowadays, man. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just go out here, you know what I'm saying, get your rocks off, keep it moving. Thank you, Ahmad. I appreciate that. Ahmad L and $25. I really appreciate that, man. I needed that. I wish more people were generous like him or whatever else. I hope you saw Ahmad too the other day. I bought some more equipment or whatever for the wall or whatever. I don't know. I'm really considering shutting this whole shit down. You can't make no money off the AdSense. Listen, I'm seeing on average probably like between 276,000 to 345,000 views a month right now. And despite all that, AdSense is not kicking in because AdSense just sucks. It's just monetarily it's not meant for you to win. Monetarily it's meant for them to win at a 40%. I mean, you're literally splitting pie with them. Even though they say 40 to 45% of your income that you take in, you're still seeing a fraction of what they would have. So it's like it's a waste of fucking time, bro. You know, like at this point I'm just like, what if I don't know. Good shit. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the one little piece of whatever. I have the tracking number for it, so I ran it, so it should be here this week sometime. I thought it would be here this week, but you know how this shit do. It be coming from China and all that. It come from China, you know what I'm saying? I wrote it off that site, you know what I'm saying? I wrote it off that site, you know what I'm saying? So it'll be here. Man, that's before fucking Texas facts. I'll be trying to scoop in as much shit as I can for equipment whenever I have the opportunity because I'll be like, you know, like personally, I'll be like, it's good to always have equipment like these battery packs right here. Like, y'all want to contribute to that? I need like 2 more of these. These motherfuckers are $25. But this is the official one. These are the good ones. And these shits right here, they're so big. Like, I can show you my other ones, but they're so big like this because of this simple fact. They pump out a little bit more energy than the other ones do, for one. So I can plug this bitch up and be streaming at the same time, which is a great thing. You know what I'm saying? Thank God for that. Y'all make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that Cash App up. Show some love. $STRINGERBELL Thank you, Amaya L, for that $25 donation. I appreciate that, man. I really do. And make sure y'all hit that like button. Share this out. If you ain't got the money, you know, to financially donate, share this so we can find some people that do. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got the money to financially donate, do something else. Hit that like button. There's many different ways you can support the channel, whatever the case may be. But please, I'm gonna push for myself. I'm always gonna do the daily routine of every other blogger does. We're gonna get our donations. We're gonna get our pay. We're gonna get our pay rate for the day, and we're always gonna do that. And if you have a problem with that, go fuck yourself. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to tell you. Nobody's gonna tell me. Listen, on this channel, the tens of thousands of followers I have on this fucker, ain't nobody helping. That's a God honest truth. Not a King Payne, not a AT2, not what's the other one's name? Frosty McMuffin over there. That's what I like to call him. What's that motherfucker's name? Storm and Roll, Toxic Diamond. None of these vloggers in the past that I beef with helped me get the tens of thousands of followers that I have. I got them on my fucking own. And that's what makes me very rarely different and myself and a couple other vloggers versus other people. We made our mark and made our name on our own. Now, of course, my background in the music business has a lot to do with it. I get that. But the fact remains the same. Ain't nobody helped me get into this. You know what I'm saying? I did it. I'm one of those rare cases within 3 days, it takes 1,000 people to go live. Within 3 days, I had triple the amount to go live. Within that week, I think I was at my first 8,000 or something like that or whatever, and then it just contributed and going on. It just contributed and went on more and more and more as time progressed. So now, as we're at tens of thousands of followers and everything like that, I just feel a little bit more that the support should be there. Like I said, once again, if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Davin Lewis, formerly of Bad Boy Entertainment. I worked there for over 17 years. I worked in the marketing department. I have promoted every artist you can think of, including Bad Boy artists, including Interscope artists, including Everstar artists, and including BMG, which is Brothers for Music Group, formerly at 1540 Broadway. And so I take you guys everywhere, you know, as much as I can. I live in the New York City tri-state area. I don't live in New York. I live in Connecticut. But the portion of Connecticut that I live in is very close to the vicinity. So, you know, it's travel costs, it's food costs, everything down here is significantly more than it is in Greenwich by at least 1.5-fold. Trust me on that. Like, in Greenwich, I can get something to eat for probably like, I don't know, $8 or $9, $10 tops. Down here, it starts at about $15, $16, $20. That's why Model sent me $25. Now, that's just for breakfast, you know what I mean? But if you want something to hold you up, so guys, make sure y'all head up, support the Cash App, support the channel. Make sure you show some love or whatever. I cover everything from you guys can catch it out here. Just put my name in, which you guys know, and then put the Trump case in behind it. Trump's trial, I think that's how I wrote it. Also put in Jonathan Major's trial with my name in front of it. That'll come up or whatever. You guys can check all that footage out if you're new subscribers and stuff like that. I encourage people to go back and watch my old stuff. I covered the 50th anniversary of hip hop with Segment Avenue in the Bronx. We're joined by Jesus Christ, Fat Joe, Pete Rock, and C.O. Smooth. I had never seen those guys perform a day in my life. It was an honor. And now I have it on camera. You know what I'm saying? Public Enemy, I got to see them before. This is all in cahoots with the 50th anniversary of hip hop that they had just recently. They had a big little shindig out at the freaking Yankee Stadiums there, don't you know? And so it was a great time. I've covered the Book of Hov exhibition, closing day and opening day. I've covered a lot of stuff in the New York City tri-state area on foot. I gave people the real definition. I gave people the real reason behind Wall Street, and it wasn't no trades. It was Indians, niggas, and spicks. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shit was about. They built that wall to keep all three of those groups out. I ain't got no time to argue with you. That's what the fuck it is. It's a commemorative plaque down there that says so. And there's a church down there that improvised. And most of the Protestant churches were like that. I'm a firm believer. If I could talk about any of your atrocities or things that you feel in your country of origin, or even in this country or your cultural origin, why can't I? So you can talk about the Holocaust, you can talk about what's happening in Ukraine. Why the fuck can't your number one allies that you have, and I always say that all the time, the number one allies that the United States whites have are black Americans. Because they're the very few of the only that don't have nowhere to go back to. Well, we do, but who the fuck wants to go back to Africa? Anybody want to sign up for that shit? Anybody want to sign up for that? They're such a different people, aren't they? I think we're I think African Americans, because I'm half African American, so I always, I'm not going to front either or. I think that most are so, how can I say it, more so similar with British and European blacks. I find when I run into British blacks, not British blacks from the colonies. I'm not talking about that, Chinese colonized motherfuckers or Indian colonized. A lot of these people have been colonized by the English. That's why they're so docile. You know what I mean? What do you need me to do? I'll beat them out of my... I don't like pussies like that. You didn't put in any work in this country. Now, the Chinese, they did. They built the railroads, don't you know? We always commend them. They had them in concentration camps out there in California. Which California paid their penny for that? But I'm not a fan of people that didn't put in any work in this country, military, anything else. And yet they always got their chest out. I don't like guys like that. Nice shoes they buy. You want to see real shoes right here? I'm going to try to catch him if he gets around the corner here. I dismissed him. He got some real speckled bells on right there. That's a real Italian guy right there. Listen, I don't know what the value is in this anymore. Do you guys? He says, I'm from England. I hope you're good. I'm good, man. Make sure you hit up the Cash App, man. Support, man. We got $100 goal today. Very light. That gives me enthusiasm to go through and do all these different things that you guys like to do all the time. So if you guys want to support the channel, whatever the case may be, make sure you throw in $10, $20, $30 or whatever. It's impossible that I get up here all the time to do this. Once I start getting those donations, get that encouragement going on or whatever, where I can see $400, $500 a week will be even for me. There's not a day you go on here and I don't have material on here. You can't deny that I don't work. And then on top of that, I do editing. I edit the fuck out of my videos. They get thousands of views every day. I want to say happy birthday to Nipsey Hussle yesterday. He would have been 39 years old. He leaves behind a wife and a child. So we always like to speak good about Nipsey. Hey, what's up, West Side? So we always want to commemorate that. He was a real OG, set up a business. Unfortunately, he got killed by some haters. Don't always boil down to haters. Oh boy, don't it boil down to a hate. What else did I want to talk about? I talked about the girl that made up. Did y'all hear about the girl from TikTok that made up a story and said that she killed her cousin and her cousin's two kids because they found out she did something to her sister? It was all a lie. Once again, we got another girl of color online forcing each other. Sad. This girl, unfortunately, didn't lose her account, and she's still able to stay with her account, even though she tried to play it off as it was a hoax. I don't see where you get a hoax out of saying you just killed your cousin, his baby mama. I was just like, it was just so confusing. And she actually was able to act this out perfectly on camera for TikTok. And nobody's raising hell about it. You gotta start telling these girls out here. You can't keep doing the shit that you're doing. There's a segment, and a lot of people don't want to have this conversation, but I'm gonna have the conversation. There are a segment of women in the population right now that are attention whores. Literally. And they will do anything like this young lady did, or Gorilla Girl did, or Brick Lady did. Remember the one that said she got hit with a brick? These chicks will do anything and say anything to get a couple fucking likes, and it's ridiculous. They'll lie on people. I have seen, listen, let me tell you something. Here on YouTube, I have seen videos literally of people making up stories about Puff. I know one I saw this last week. That video probably had 183,000 views or so. And in the video, it was funny as hell because you had the girl saying, oh, it's all over for Puff. Stop staring me in my face like that. It's all over for Puff. He's going to jail, whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I still work around these people. I'm still around these people. I still speak to these people. He is not going anywhere, I don't believe. And for some reason, hi, how you doing? For some reason or another, people think that he is. And I'm thinking, you are beautiful. You're welcome. He's not going anywhere. And I don't think that anybody's come to that realization yet that he isn't. Now, me personally, I'll say this. If Puff is guilty of something, if he's found to done any of these atrocities further than what has ever been explained and been exampled so far in that videotape footage, I will condemn him again as I did before, and I did it now 3 times. My Cash App, guys, is $STRINGERBELL80. And you can rest assured, it's right there pinned under Ahmad L. You can rest assured, I'm never going to take up for motherfuckers to beat up on women, punk bitch ass men, shit like that. I don't deal with shit like that. You know, I come from a certain type of guys, and we'll play shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give you 1, I might even give you 2. I might even give you 2 on a pass, but I can't give you 3, 4, 5, or 6, or 7. At that point, you a motherfucking victimizer. You know, and you need some issues and some help and shit like that, or whatever. And I always come to the contention too. You know, I have a long-standing history with being very, how can I say it? I have a long-standing history of being very loyal to the culture, very loyal to individuals I'm involved with, or whatever the case may be. And they don't have the same enthusiasm, the ones that count. I'm not talking about the ones that got my back and shit. I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about the ones that count. It seems like they don't have that same enthusiasm back to me when it comes to identifying, hey, this guy's a real soldier. I had that problem when I worked in the music industry for a very long time. It's very hard to get accepted in the music industry. A lot of factors. But if you stand out, you'll make it. You'll get to you know, levels that other people didn't, like going to the studios, things like that of that nature, which I did. But lo and behold, make no mistake about it. Do I regret any of it? No, I don't. I would have probably done it the same fucking way. I had a great ride. I'm about to have another great ride again. When everybody saw, I can't wait till everybody see me back out there this soon, because this new project that we got is just like, this whole hiatus that I've taken and everything like that has been beautiful. It's allowed me to create music that, for one, I'm a rapper. So for me to go back to where I started at, which was singing and writing poems, it's phenomenal. And like, the transition was very natural, I will say that. Like, the transition was very natural from writing rap lyrics to writing song lyrics. And so, yeah, man, I can't wait for y'all to hear it. Everybody seems to like it. You know what I mean? And you guys know I don't record in no fucking, so-and-so's home studio. I record in major studios all the time. You know what I'm saying? One of the recent studios that I endeavor myself in, many of y'all know Taylor Swift, Alicia Keys, and many others record there. Daddy's House Recording Studio, same thing. So we're in the same environments or whatever. I try to do a couple things off the phone just to get ideas and everything like that. And then once we get in, I'll take the stems from the vocals. We'll upload them or whatever the case may be and work and see what we got to work with and work around, And that usually works out for most of us because of pure simple fact, it allows me to bend the music. Today's snippet requires for you to have shit sonically, in fact. And it doesn't matter necessarily what your lyrics are, more so than it matters what your beat is and what the tempo is sonically for that music. And so that's what we sat back and did. We created something from fucking scratch, literally, that I had never done before. And I'm so fucking proud of it. We probably go do a Kanye West move what he did with Vultures. I don't want nothing else to do with record companies no more. I'm being honest with you. I don't want anything else to do with record companies no more for numerous reasons. At the end of the day, none of the shit works out fair. And that's the God-honest truth. You will never get a fair. Michael Jackson, Elvis couldn't get a fucking fair arrangement with record companies. What the fuck make you think you are? The Beatles couldn't get a fair. Ask Paul McCartney how long his motherfucking money was held up, for a chick with one leg. Chick with one leg took Paul McCartney's money. You got to watch the chicks you date and marry and get pregnant, fellas. For all you young guys out there. I ain't got no kids for a reason. Those little fuckers cost you. They cost you. And I can't do the shit I like to do. Y'all know what I like to take off. Be like, yo, fuck it, let's go to Miami. Let's go over here. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't be out right now if I had a kid. So, we get to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be an old daddy. I'm cool with that. I didn't want to be a young daddy. All the young daddies I saw was stressed out and they didn't have shit going on after they finished raising the kid. It was just some fucking Joe Schmo that nobody gave a shit. So I don't want to be that. I didn't want to be that, and I don't knock nobody that, whatever their career choice or whatever, that's your life. And that's what you chose was best for you. Who the fuck am I to judge? But at the same time, that wasn't for me. Nigga, I like condos. I like pools. I like sipping my nice little drinks every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a drinker like that, but I have things I like to do. And working at that record company provided that. So it is what it is. One Lady Sparkle, what's poppin'? Thank you for writing my Cash App in there too. I appreciate it. Guys, make sure y'all go and hit that Cash App up right now. $STRINGERBELL80. Once again, that's $STRINGERBELL80. Listen, I'm waiting for somebody to drop me $9,930 so I don't have to report that shit. Because there's going to be some taxes over top of that. So I want to make sure that it doesn't get, you know what I'm saying, detraculated or whatever the case may be. So guys, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App, support the channel. It helps with travel expenses and everything else. You are pretty as hell. Well, Lolita. So make sure you guys support the channel, whatever. AdSense pays us, but it ain't a lot of bread. Trust me when I tell you this. It's shit pennies. You know what I'm saying? That money won't even get you to McDonald's. That's the truth. Let me see if anybody else hit up the Cash App so I can give him a shout out or whatever. Mardell, thank you once again for that donation. All right, we just got a Mardell with the one donation. I don't like logging off when just one person give a donation. I think that's corny. It gives a symmetry to people like, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just having to take the money. That's not me. I know a lot of bloggers that do that. Someone will even collect $300, $400 and then you won't see them for the next 4 or 5 days. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but it's the truth. What are y'all doing this morning in y'all individual cities, depending on where you at? You either 2 hours behind me, 3 hours behind me, or maybe possibly if you're in England, what are you, 2 hours, 3 hours in front of me or something like that? So shout out to England. I see somebody from England once again in the chat room. Shout out to y'all. What's going on? You understand what I'm saying? No telling porky pies over here, you dig? London, what's poppin'? I saw somebody say they from England in here. I be having England in here. Who else comes in here? A lot Brazilians. I have a lot of Brazilians. I have a lot of Brazilians that come up in here a lot of times. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Obrigado. You know what I mean? I have them. And what's the other one? A lot of people tune in from different parts of Africa, though. I have some people from South Africa, some people from Nairobi. I had a guy out here from Nairobi one day. He was talking in the chat, if you guys remember. I seem to get a lot of international crowd picking up in these past 2 years. Before, it wasn't like that. It was mostly these people from the New York City tri-state, you know? And I love those people, too. I miss some of those people that were here from the tri-state that were just talking and talking. You know, I like talking to real New Yorkers. I don't like talking, like, ain't nothing wrong with transplants, like, don't get me wrong, but I just like talking to people from the Northeast when it comes to matters of this place. I don't like really talking to people that ain't from the tri-state and they kind of like transplanted here like a year or two ago. They're not going to give you the same symmetry in the conversation that you're going to get with somebody that's from the town, you know? And so that's the fucking thing for me. I don't like nobody that ain't from the town telling us what the fuck to do up here. You know, and I get a lot of people here online. They'll be from Ohio or, you know, whatever wacko fucking town they're from. And they'll be trying to tell us what's what here in the tri-state. Oh, y'all up there? How the fuck do you know? You know? And I mean, I know that sounds kind of rude, but fuck you. How the fuck do you know? You know? And then when you ask that question, everything gets quiet. You know, so, what are you gonna do? I can sit around and complain about it all fucking day and act like it's not that big of a deal, or I can do something about it, which is, I don't know, get up off here. There's a couple people on here that want me to quit. Please believe that. Hey, what's going on, Steven? Steven, make sure you hit that like button for me if you would, bud. And also, if you can't afford it, hit that Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80 is located right down below, right there in the pinned comment. Make sure you hit that up, go support that, man. Show some love to this channel, whatever the case may be. We love your support, man. You know what I mean? All my new subscribers, make sure you throw in some, you know what I mean? Because if I don't recognize your name, when I go through YouTube Studio and I remove people, I can look at your profile, I can tell who you're following, all that shit. And I can also tell, by mentioning your name, if you've ever donated before or not. So, let's not be flitty, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not be stingy. Make sure you guys hit up that Cash App, support this channel, support the fucking work that I do. I bust my ass, and I'm actually with real media. So, you know what I'm saying? Like CNN, People Magazine, you name it, I'm around them, I'm with them. I'm in the same arena with them, fighting for them shots, you know what I'm saying, with the big boys. And I love it. So learning experience. I'm a musician, you know, so it is. Stephen Oshie, he said, I'm in the Philippines. What's going on? Philippines checking in. You've been here before, man. Shout out to the Philippines. We take baht too, man. We take baht. We got currency exchange on here built in on your mechanisms, your donation mechanism. So make sure y'all support the channel. $STRINGERBELL80. I think I deserve mine this week. I done went 2 weeks with no donations. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? All right, we're gonna keep it moving here. I've been sitting here longer than my legs. It's getting tired. I gotta get me some breakfast in me in a few minutes here, because I damn sure need something to fucking eat. I definitely need something to eat. I am starving right now, so I'm about to go get some breakfast in a minute. But I wanted to bring up to you guys this, man. Listen, I don't want you guys to think that this is like a money grabbing thing or whatever, but we all have to get paid on this mechanism. Like I said, AdSense has deduced the value of our videos. I just don't understand that, you know, these AdSense guys over there at Google, they're some motherfuckers. They take 45% of our income, bro. I do an average of like, I told you, 200, I think last month I did 312,000. Well, on an average, I do something like 378, you know what I mean, per month. So that's 378,000 views per month. And a motherfucker telling me you're going to take 45% of it. Fuck you, Google. Fuck Google. For real. I know they're gonna do some shit about that, but I got to say that. that is that's like almost like a heist. You're taking 45% of our income. That's crazy. I can't even think of any employer that would do some shit like that. That is just downright scamsel type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. I think this month, because it's early, start the counting system off at a certain time. I think it's like when they get the W-2 forms or whatever. Somebody told me, they said, don't worry about it. The CPM's going to automatically be low. So I was like, all right, I'll deal with that. You know what I mean? I got a couple of days to hold me out anyway. Day before yesterday, I ended up having to cash out 2 of my stocks, which I didn't want to do, but I had to because you fuckers, you know what I'm saying, not this way, but I did. And I ain't mad about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still left something in them, so they still got something flowing with them. But I don't know, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, damn. So I'm like, should I quit? So I need you guys to let me know. Should I quit here or whatever? Right in the chat room and let me know. Shout out to you too, man. Stephen Ocean is cool as fuck. He wrote my Cash App in here, I think the other day, the day before yesterday. So I want to say thank you for that, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate Amadel for donating this morning. And like I said, guys, I mean, tens of thousands, I'm a boy. Tens of thousands of followers. Should be better than this, you know? Should be a lot better than this. And we're going to try to make it that way. And the only way you can progressively make it that way is by doing this, donating to the channel. You guys donate to this channel and I can see $300 to $400 a week, like some of these weak-ass fucking bloggers that sit in their fucking bedroom and y'all love and adore for some fucking reason or another, that it shouldn't be shit for me to get the same here. Like I said, I'm going to get one of them ballers that going to come in. One of them ballers going to come up there. He going to be like, here, little nigga, take this little $9,930. Send me $9,930. That's all I need. Don't send me more than $930, because after I have the tax on all that shit, I'm going to have to claim this shit. They're going to tax me, dog. Don't do it. But we're going to get one of these guys to do that. So, guys, make sure you hit up the Cash App. $STRINGERBELL80. If you do not know me, my name is Davin Lewis, formerly of Bad Boy Entertainment Worldwide. Worked in pub for 17 years. I've promoted probably over, 40-something freaking artists, from G-Dep to Carl Thomas to you name it. Every artist from that table, Interscope, and all our distributors. So, you know, it's a lot of artists I've had my hands with or whatever. So a lot of you artists, I'm looking for y'all too to make sure y'all hit up my Cash App too, because a lot of y'all know me. You know, a lot of y'all still around me. A lot of y'all see me. A lot of you guys see me with these individuals here on my channel numerous times. I think the last person I had on here was Talib Kweli. Shout out to Talib. You know what I mean? That was a great little session we had down there at a little spot that they had opened up or whatever. So I want to give a shout out to Talib Kweli, but Talib Kweli, Nas, Trump trial, Jonathan Major's trial. I cover all this shit, and I've been there. Not only have I covered these things, I'm there with the press areas with these guys. I was the only guy at the Jonathan Major's trial that actually got a reaction from Jonathan Majors. I was the first one, no, second person. It was a lady from CNN was actually the first person. I was the second person to sit in the courtroom behind Jonathan, Megan, and all these guys. So I was there, and I did a live right outside the courtroom. And giving you guys an update of what was going on at the time, what they were talking about, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, there's certain guys out here that I honestly and truthfully believe take advantage of the donation process here on YouTube. They don't put in the work. They don't get up early in the morning. I get up at 5 o'clock. When I was covering the Trump trial and covering the Jonathan Majors trial, a lot of people didn't realize, hey, listen, I got to get up at like 5 o'clock, start getting dressed. It's going to take me about 35 minutes to get down here, maybe a little bit longer. And depending on if I get a local or express. And so I was like, oh shit, like, where's my expenses being taken care of? You know, and nobody wants to do that. But some guy that's sitting in their bedroom and doing a live, or sitting in their car, and they're just with the yup, and you can't learn anything from them. That is the main person that y'all want to support, and I don't understand that. We got guys on here earning hundreds of dollars, literally bashing women. We have guys on here that literally just regurgitate gossip day after day after day that they hear locally, and basically just put it back out to the audiences, you know? So when you put that above somebody that's actually with major media, real media, actually covers cases, actually is in the mix of things like that, at some point or another, you got to come to contention in your own mind and say to yourself, hey, you know what? I think I see what this guy is talking about. You understand? Ocho Cinco. And listen, I either get Ocho Cinco in here, it's either that one, DMX, so what's the other one you guys call me all the time? I don't mind that, I think it's cool. It's DMX, Ocho Cinco, and what's the other one you guys call me numerously, all the fucking time? What was the other one you guys called me? It was another one. I forgot what it was, but it was funny as hell. I said, I'm none of those guys. But I appreciate the compliments, man. Keep them coming. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Junior Clark, what's poppin', man? Top of the morning. Nah, man, I'll make a move for y'all real quick, man. I said I'm gonna do something light for y'all. If that don't encourage y'all this morning, I'm taking my ass back home to Connecticut. That's what the fuck I'm doing. All right? I'm tired. I ain't eat breakfast yet. I was in the studio all night. I just came down again to work on some more of the new album. So it's like, that's the only thing I'm fucking doing, you know? I've been working on this fucking shit. We're trying to fix really like 3 tracks, really, that I feel deserve a little bit more work. My boy, he's like, and you know, he worked with everybody. He worked with Fabulous and everybody else. So he's like, yo, it's all right, leave it like that. And I'm like, I really don't want to leave it like that. It's like, I guess now sonically this raw sound is kind of like the thing, and it's like trying to sound like you recorded with a DAT, shit like that or whatever. I mean, that sound is cool. I kind of get reminiscent of that, of XXXTentacion. You know what I mean? I get it, but that's not my thing. So I don't want to know. Hey, you guys want to see this? Check this out. Y'all know the man right here. Oh shit. Ain't that some shit? I'm gonna show y'all where I'm at. Radio City Music Hall, you heard? Hold on, I'm gonna take you guys around a little bit, alright? Now, if you keep on thinking that I'm not worth the donations and support and shit like that, but y'all supporting these corny ass motherfuckers out here, I don't know what to tell y'all. And they'll try to deduce what you do. That's the funniest thing I think that's going on with a lot of bloggers nowadays. If they don't have the same material and measurement, what they'll do is they'll collectively get online and try to deduce what you do in effort to make themselves look better. And I've noticed that from a lot, especially the LGBTQ guys that do this vlogging thing. A lot of them, that's the route they take. So like if you do something better than them or do something they can't compete with, which is most of them, the first thing they turn out and do is they try to turn around and they'll like try to bash you or try to make fun of what you do. Like, well, motherfucker, what you do in comparison? Like, and then when that cursor comes into order, they ain't got nothing to say. Kevin Hart's coming in, he's gonna be here. Once again, guys, let me show you this guy. Meanwhile, you pulling that dolly. I didn't even know Barry Manilow was still alive. Goddamn. Barry Manilow gotta be older than a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. Kevin Hart gonna be here. Y'all see that right there. And let you guys get a view, because most of y'all guys, I don't know, it's weird. Most of you guys that watch me, you guys don't even be from the New York City tri-state, which is confusing as fuck to me. So I don't know, you guys gotta help me out with that. So let me know in the chat. I know some of you guys say you're from Africa, some of you guys say you're from England. I am not interested, bitch. Can I ask a question? Why do black women believe when they walk past you, you need to acknowledge them? This bitch like was in her own zone. Like she walked past me, what bitch? I like you're ugly. Like I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be funny, but I find that weird. Y'all ain't never seen that? Like a woman of color coming in the room and automatically she thinks you're supposed to acknowledge her. If you don't acknowledge her, you ain't about shit. I'm like, bitch, and like I notice a lot of African American women do that shit. Like, and they do it most of the time with dudes that they feel challenged by. That's why I say some of the shit I say, because I'm like, a lot of those women got shitty, and I mean shitty fucking attitudes. But they'll pretend in front of other people that they're nice people. Them bitches ain't nice. You can't tell me some shit. You can't tell me how some woman is that I got two sisters that mirror what she looked like. You can't tell me about this. You understand what I'm saying? That's like me trying to tell you about Jewish people, trying to tell you about Italians. I can't tell you in that depth of family structure. You understand what I'm saying? So my problem was, when you get a lot of these African American chicks out here nowadays, the first thing they want to do is tote up their throat or whatever. When somebody white comes into circumference, they want to kiss ass and shit. So I got a fucking problem with that, you know? And I try to express it a lot, or whatever the case may be, but for some reason or another, it doesn't get that information across intellectually to everybody. So right here, I'm telling you, y'all ladies, you cut that shit out. Shit looks trashy at this point, you know, it really does. And it's embarrassing, especially when people are out in public and things like that nature. I find it kind of embarrassing that I got to sit here and argue with, you know, women that look like me for no fucking more reason than other than that's how they feel they can do. So, I don't know. It's just kind of challenging to see people react like that. Like, that's your natural reaction. If that's your natural reaction, then you're just like a hateful, full person. Like, I don't know. Is it fucked up for me to say, God damn, you got a fat ass? Is it bad for me to say that I'm not into them as far as dating? Is that wrong for me to say? I don't know. I'm starting to ask myself that question. I'm like, I'm not. Yeah, you fucking cunt. Another one. Did the exact same thing. Look at that bitch. That bitch looks dead. That's why she did that, because she had to know I turned the camera around. She did the same thing. And that's another thing they'll do too. Those bitches are crazy. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Listen, they have like 3 or 4 different personalities, and I notice that the guys are kind of like that too. So like the black guys, they'll have one personality. Like, we don't do that shit in Connecticut. They'll have one personality for when they're at work. Then they'll have another personality when they're around friends. Then they'll have another personality when they're dealing with certain people. And then if they're interacting with you, their personality will switch depending on who they're interacting with. People pick up on that, including your employer. This is why many of these guys will stay at the same place as long. I walk past some of these places every 6 or 7 months. It's cute. Every 6 or 7 months they switch and they go to something else. So, you know, I don't know. I don't find too much into it. So I'm just gonna do something against my better judgment this morning, but I'm gonna do something, y'all. Give me a second. Against my better judgment, but I'm gonna do it anyway, huh? I'm gonna do something for you guys real quick. Let me see what's going on first. Oh, well, kind of sucks right now because the roller skating ring ain't down there right now, but usually the roller skating ring is down here and everything's out of here, but right now it's not the case. This right here is, well, it's now called Paramount, but NBC. That's what I know. I always know it's NBC. All right, guys, we'll try to take you over here, see what we can do here. See what happens when you donate. You get special treats and everything. But if you guys have never seen the NBC building, here it is, and it's huge. And this is what you guys know as Rockefeller Plaza here. I'm gonna try to get over here because they got something going on here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Big. The store didn't actually used to be right here. Okay, that's enough. Go with your girlfriend. The store didn't usually used to be right here. The store used to actually be next door to Trump Tower. Okay, and so when you watch that one or whatever the case may be, You'll see this in there, whatever the case may be. One of these nutcrackers right here. Some more stuff. All right, I'm gonna see what I can do to get over here with you guys. See if we can get in here. I might have to go around the block. That's what it's looking like. Let me see, guys. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Can we enter through here? We got to go around. All right, thanks. All right, guys. Let me see what I can do to get in here. Click over here. Can we enter through here, or I gotta go around the block?
I'm trying to enter the
Yeah. Got you.
the last flagpole on this end.
Yeah.
It's across the building with the revolving doors. You cross over. To your right, there should be a white tent. You can check in.
Got you. Thank you. And the bag's all right. It's got camera
They
equipment
just
stuff
check
in.
and then they left.
Got you. All right. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna try to get y'all into something real quick. That's what we're talking about. Must be good with that. Excuse me, guys. Is the entrance? He just gave me directions. Is the entrance to get into the concert here, or
To where?
the concert series?
Sorry?
Concert series right next door to you. You don't realize all this is going on over here? You got to get out more. Thank you. All right, give me a second, guys. We'll find it. That was security. They don't know what's going on. That's the wrong guys. Give me a second, guys. We'll get around the corner here. Not in that job yet. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, I got to go around the corner here. That was some of our lovable new migrants. I think they run in motherfucking America now. Should be so funny. I have a thing that makes my ass itch. I don't like dealing with security guards sometimes. I guess you would say like lower L. Like, dude, you don't even know there's a concert series going on next door. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that shit's. Guys, make sure y'all hit up the cash. You have $ STRINGERBELL80, or this is going to end because I'm doing too much already. I was going to take you guys to like 3 or 4 locations, but like I said, you guys can support the channel. I'm cutting short in like the next 30, all right? So I'm going to give you guys 30. That's it. After that, I'm taking my ass on to Connecticut. I'm done. I'm tired. I ain't eating that breakfast yet. All right, let's see if we can get here. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, it was on this one. I'm gonna figure that out. It'd be so funny too. The other thing that's funny, you'll have like these black dudes that like they'll walk around and they'll like try to grill you and shit, especially if you like got different features from them and shit. It's like it's really, I don't know, it's some weird shit going on in the world, man. And like people that don't be outside, I feel like a lot of times, a lot of people online, they don't get it because they're not outside. They're like sitting in bedrooms and, you know, it's like, it's like crazy to me, man. I don't know. Well, let's see if we can get going here. That was a man walking past me that started singing when he saw me. So it's crazy, bro. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see if we can get here. This is it. Guys, give me 1 second here. We're getting in there. All right, guys, you got to give me like 2 seconds. I got to go through this detector. So give me like 2 seconds, all right? I'll be right back. Give me one of those buckets, please. wires too, right? Wires.
You have a ticket?
What?
You have a ticket?
Of course I do. Oh, you're gonna give me the hard time, right? I'm Davin Lewis. I've been a lot of places. Jonathan Majors Concert, everything. Man. Let's calm it down.
So much. We don't need everything out of the bag.
Well, you need everything that's metal, correct?
No. Not everything. It's mostly
Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm freaking my finger away. You so scared I'm about to pull my You so worried about some cars. You so worried, oh my God. You know I'm about to pull a star. Took my brother up and they burned out all my yeah. Big city, you put up there. Niggas fight till they got up this up. Yeah, she mad. She didn't know what it means up there. Yeah, she ain't getting them big bucks yet. Kanye was the big truck, yeah. I'm just here with a family and two, but I'm in here, cool, and bro. Leave the shit to my place, the time with the family and you, but my name is you. Work all goes on, and I'm ready to 2 or 3 or 4, and you. Don't you do it, I'm in the land, and I'm in the man, and I'm not in you. You so scared I'm about to pull my car, about to pull my bars. You don't know I'm about to pull the stars out. You so worried about some drugs, you so worried, oh my God. You don't know I'm about to pull the stars.
just gotta check it before I can give it to you.
Yeah, I got you.
Boss, you have a bell on? Same way, man.
Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second.
Is this yours?
No. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Is that better for you? Actually, it's kind of like the perfect time anyway to have the end of that shit.
Welcome back, everybody. We are in the middle of a great city concert and Grammy winner, Jasmine.
On his new project, Starline, before the next course, we've been with Jasmine for just a minute. How are you this morning? This is your second year in a row. I was putting people out here early this morning waiting for you to perform. What is it like here when you're in the plaza here in New York? You got folks with t-shirts on, posters, all the things.
It's insane. Shout out to all my fans who showed up this morning. I love New York. And yeah, every time I get to play down here at the plaza, it's a special occasion.
It's fun.
I love to see all the signs. See, I saw Cocoa Butter Kisses sign back there.
Yeah.
One of the things we've always loved about you, you march to the beat of your own drum. Have since you came out, you still do it. this project called Starline. This is not an album. This is a full-on project. I know you're not going to tell me a whole lot about it, but what can you tell us about this forthcoming project?
I could say it's my favorite project I've ever worked on. I could say it's a very immersive project in all the different ways that we've been sharing it with the world. We've been doing our writings on the wall, private listening party, immersive experience thing in different cities. And yeah, I like being myself. You know.
Okay. Speaking of writings on the wall, this whole immersive experience, I mean, people have said it's like the best experience of their life. Like, what is it?
That's love. In short, it's a listening party of some of my unreleased music from my Starline project, but it's very different from your normal listening party. It's a silent disco with like a very special sub setup where you really feel the vibrations, and there's a whole projector, kind of like short film-esque thing going on. It's hard to explain. I'm doing one tonight.
It's so secret.
But yes, it's sold up at this point. It's sold out. But yeah, I'll be in a bunch of other cities throughout the nation, popping up.
Any other secrets you want to tell, Craig?
So even as we are out, you just dropped a new video for your song Bad Boys 2. Is this like an homage to Will?
It is. Shout out to Will, shout out to Martin. They've been huge inspirations to us since we was shorties, and when we made the song in the studio, it felt so cinematic and so like summertime Miami that we ended up naming it after our favorite movie, Bad Boys 2.
This might be one of my all-time favorites.
Yes, man.
Yes. Sunday Camp.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There it is. Hands are up. Woohoo!
But your grandma ain't mine. Mine's is handmade, pan fried, sun dried, southside. And beat the devil by a landslide. Praying with a hand tied. President of my fan club. Santa, something told me I should bring my butt. Taking my body like it's holy. I've been waiting for you for the whole week. I've been praying for you on my Sunday. You gotta move slowly. Taking my body like it's holy. I've been waiting for you for the whole week. I've been waiting for you on my Sunday. You gotta come on in this house. It's gonna rain. Rain down time. It's gonna rain. You gotta come on in this house. It's gonna rain. Rain down time. It's gonna rain. I come to church for the candy. Your peppermints is the truth. I'm pessimistic on Sunday. If I ain't tweaked and miss you, you look so good with a hat on. I had to match with the shoe. Came in dressed in the satin. I came in sat in your view. I come to Christmas for dinner. 50 rolls on my plate. Tell the holes in my stocking. Cut in my sockets in place. I like my love with a budget. Like my husband is sick. You sound like lights, gas, water, electricity. You sound like why the gospel choir got so tired. It's crazy daily basis, so I gotta try it. You my dream, Captain Dream, King, Captain Better. Think I haven't seen you enough. Let me take my butt to church, you better come on. Come on in this house. Hurry for it, rain down time. You better come on in this house. It's gonna rain. Rain down time. It's gonna rain.
be right back, y'all. I'll give you 2 seconds.
Close your eyes and I see it. I'm not woke, I'm just tired. I'm not broken, I'm fine. I'm not smoking, I'm fine. I'm not smoking, I stay on cold and I'm not the open online. They gon' know we know in no time. They gon' go to show with no mind. When the people are close all the time. Walk outside and roll to my time and I'm back to the Hey, you know we get there. 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 Can I get the choir to break me up? Say, spread the word from old to Kumasi. This for Dr. Kwame Sala, see it Nandi. Tell them free the youth, but we ain't gon' free the book. That was it, we on the way. One last time, man, we on the way. One last time, like we on the way. But on that whole day, we on the way. Say let's go, we on the way. One last best friend, we on the way. But on that whole day, shit on the way. So it look like, oh, come on.
Your singers. Wow, man. So much energy all the time. That was great. It was better than good. That was better than good. The best last season you came back as a judge. How was that?
It was great. It was fun. Shout out to Reba. That's my girl.
I love that.
So what's next?
What's next? We're doing these writings on the walls. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see the city, touching the fans. Shout out to all my real fans that showed up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? We're at the Minnesota State Fair next Friday. And I'm just going to keep making this star line. We recruiting right now for the militia.
And what's it like for you to do what you just did when you start at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning?
You know what? This started my day perfect, and I would have been tired, but that new Bad Boys 2 just dropped with me and Joey Burke.
Yes.
And I was hearing those mornings on my way here, and I was like, you know, I'm going to kill this show.
Thank you. We're happy about that. Chance, thank you so much. By the way, he's back with one more song coming up in our third
As I
hour.
just mentioned, you can catch him going and performing at the Minnesota State Fair later this month. Tickets on sale right now. We're back in a moment. But first, a little news, weather, these quick messages.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Top of the morning to you. I'm a little tired. Editing for like studio, everything else. So down here, I brought y'all real quick to Chance the Rapper. After this, I'm going home. I'm gonna sleep finally. I'm tired as hell. Right? Can't y'all tell? I'm a little tired. Hope y'all having a good morning. Make sure you hit up the Cash App, guys. $STRINGBELLA0. Shout out to Chance the Rapper. Got me down in as we are there. Al Vocal right there. Let me show y'all Al real quick. I know a lot of you guys don't live in New York City tri-state area here. Big Al Vocal right there. Big Al. Looking gangster. Like that fedora he's got on. Always be showing, man. Shout out to Al Vocal. Been watching that man for years. This guy would get his big ass head. You know what? I would have the one guy that's here that's taller than me standing right in front of me, right? The only other guy that's probably here that's taller as me, taller than me, excuse me. There's a couple people taller as me, but taller than me is standing right in the middle. Guy literally has fucking Gaelic jeans. The fronting rivers of the Danube. He's tall. some of the staff over there, guys. That's about it. Or whatever. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to share this. Guys, make sure y'all head up to Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. Pin right there under Ahmad L's name. Make sure y'all head down up to support that. I'll be right back.